Hello YouTube, I'm the Foam Witch, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make Captain America's helmet from Brave New World. So let's do this. The first thing I did was to make a very messy prototype out of cardboard. This was to make sure that I got the shapes and the dimensions right before I cut it out of foam. Once I was happy with all the shapes, I then made a paper template which is available for free in the description of this video. Starting with this longest piece that makes the middle of the helmet. All of these pieces that make up the base of the helmet are cut out of 5mm foam. All of the pieces on the template are for the left side of the helmet. To make the right side, you just need to flip them over. When cutting the pieces out of foam, make sure that the bottom edge of each piece is cut with an inward bevel cut. This helps to make the helmet round. Also, what really helps is to heat up the pieces and curve them over something that's round. Next, the edge piece was cut out, then what I'm going to call the ear piece. Once all of the pieces had been cut out and curved, this is how it looked. It was then time to start gluing them together, and for this build, along with most of my other builds, I used the specifically for foam hot glue sticks from the incredible Tige Supplies. Starting with the two pieces that make up the middle, then sticking on the two edge pieces either side, then the two ear pieces, again, either side. This piece of the template was then cut out twice for the bottom parts. These were cut out of 10mm foam because I wanted them to stick out slightly from the base. As you can hopefully see here, doing this just adds a bit of extra dimension to the helmet. It was then time to work on the mouth parts, cutting out all of the shapes that you can see here. These were cut out of 5mm foam and again had an inward bevel cut. Then this part got cut out to give the top of the mouthpiece. Then, as you might expect, the bottom piece got added. This then got stuck onto the base, sticking the arms of the ear pieces under the nose part, like this. Now the base build was complete, I went over all the edges with my Dremel because I'm a messy builder, and this just tidied up any stray glue and any seam lines. Once it was looking all neat and tidy, it was then time to move on to the details. To map out the details, I used some masking tape to stick it right onto the base to make sure the shapes were going to be right. This is a great way to make sure that the shapes are going to be correct and that they are all going to be the right size. The tape then got stuck onto paper to give the template. This got cut out of 3mm foam with a middle detail line scored down the middle. This then got heated up with the heat gun, which expands that scored line that gives a nice detail in the foam. This then got stuck onto the base, and remember with these pieces you need to cut them out twice to give the pieces for the other side. Some more detail pieces got cut out of 5mm foam for the sides. This started to layer up the helmet. Mapping out this piece for a detail on the mouth part, cutting them out of 5mm foam and sticking one on each side. A long strip of 3mm foam then got cut out that was going to give the detail that goes around the top of the helmet. I can't remember the width I used while I'm recording this audio, however all the details can be found on the template. Sticking this on with pins first gave me the opportunity to draw the line around where it was going to go. This was then the guideline when sticking this down. This is how it looked once that was added. I then needed to make a piece for the centre of the forehead. Again, plotting this out with masking tape and then cutting out of 5mm foam. These two details were then joined up with a strip of 3mm foam cut at a 1cm width. When I looked back at my reference photo, I noticed that the middle forehead piece was actually a different shape, so I went back in and cut this. This is also correct on the template. The centre A was then plotted out with masking tape, cut out of 3mm foam and stuck onto the base. This shape then got drawn onto the side and got cut out. The reason for this was that this piece on the helmet actually sits lower than the rest of the base. So the same piece that got cut out got stuck back onto the helmet, just a few millimeters lower than the top edge. All of the white lines you can see here are the detail lines that I'd just drawn on with a pen. These then got burnt into the foam using my Dremel Versatip. Please wear a respirator when you're burning foam because those fumes are nasty. To neaten up those lines, I just took some needle files and sanded them down. And this is how the helmet looked once all of those detail lines had been added. I then made this little piece that goes under the detail on the side of the mouth. This got cut out of 3mm foam with a little bit of the middle being burnt away to add a bit of detail. I then used a cotton bud with some white spirit to wipe away any remaining pen marks. And this is how the helmet looked once it was all neat and tidy. If you're making this for yourself, you don't have to go as crazy as I did with the detail lines, make it however you feel. However, if you do make this for yourself, please tag me in any of the pictures and videos because I'd love to see them. When it came to the pipe for the side of the helmet, I didn't have any pipe in my workshop and I didn't have time to go out and get any, so I 3D printed this. Once the pipe had been stuck on, the build of the helmet was complete and it was time for sealing and painting. To seal the foam before painting, I used my favourite sealer, which is black flexi paint, again from the awesome Tige Supplies. To seal this helmet, I used 3 layers that were brushed on by hand, and then 2 layers that were sprayed on with my airbrush. This is how it looked once the flexi paint was fully dry, and it was ready to start painting. For the base blue, I used these 2 colours which I mixed together. This got sprayed through my airbrush, and I'm super happy with the coverage of this paint. Because the coverage of this paint was so good, it only needed 2 layers until it was fully covered. I then took some black paint to go back over the detail lines that were scored in earlier. It was then time to paint the parts that needed to be silver. This silver airbrush paint just got brushed on by hand. Again, the coverage is really good, so it only needed 2 layers. Oh, and there's a shot of me painting. Hello! And this is how it looked once the silver had been painted. I did darken the edges of the silver details just so it looked a little bit less flat. And yes, the full pipe is not silver. In the film, it does have the blue sections. I ordered this red visor material, which was going to be just what I needed for the visor on this helmet. Once it had been stuck in, it wasn't actually the perfect size for this helmet. However, to get this video out on time, I just went with it, but I'll probably change this for a different one at a later stage. It was then time for the all-important try on, and I didn't have to cut any openings in this helmet because it did actually fit over my head without having to cut anything at the back. And that, my friends, was the Captain America Brave New World helmet complete. If you are still watching this video, I want to give you a massive, huge thank you, and if you have enjoyed it, it would be awesome if you could give it a thumbs up like. If you enjoy crafting content like this and haven't subscribed to my channel already, if you could do that now, that would also be incredible. If you would like to support me and my channel even further, if you could consider pressing that thanks button, that would be so appreciated. Again, huge thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.